Osho has all the colors. I will tell you a few points how Osho is rare. Osho is the only master who talked about other masters. Other masters have talked about themselves or their previous guru, their tradition. Like Mahavir talked about the Zen tradition. Buddha talked about his teaching. He never talked about Mahavir. Buddha never mentioned Krishna. He mentioned he concentrated totally on his teaching. Mahavir also was interested only in Zen tradition. But Osho is the only master in the whole human history who talked about 70 other enlightened masters. Full series of talks. 70 other enlightened masters. Nobody has done it before. I talk with great passion about Jesus, about Krishna, about Mahavir, Lao Tzu, Shankaracharya. So that way he is a rare flowering, that he didn't talk much about himself. He talked about life of Buddha, teaching of Buddha. There are 70 books on Buddha alone. Yes, 700 talks on Buddha teaching itself. On Mahavir, on Jesus, on Shankaracharya, on Kabir, on Nanak. He included all the masters in his discourse and he talked about them. He has not talked much about his own experience, his own contribution, but he has reminded us the contribution of Nanak, contribution of Buddha, contribution of Mira, Shankaracharya. So that way Osho is rare, unparalleled, beautiful master. Nobody in the past has done that. He has produced 700 books based on his discourses. Those books are rare. That includes the entire spectrum of human consciousness. All subjects which is related with human development, he has touched. Those 700 books, it is a great treasure, greatest contribution of any enlightened master for humanity. When he was talking, he used to say that I am talking for the Akashic record. Maybe you will not understand. During his discourse he said that maybe you will not understand what I am saying, but it will be recorded and people will come 1,000 years after, they may understand what I am talking. So his 700 books will inspire millions of people for thousands of years. Still people have not become intelligent enough, open enough, receptive enough to understand Osho. I have been reading him since last 40 years, 51 years. Every day I read or listen to him, every day. But every day he surprises me. There is not a single day when listening to his lecture, I have not said, aha, this is so beautiful. You cannot exhaust him. Even if you live whole life, if you read whole life, you cannot exhaust him. He will surprise you every day. His teaching is so fresh. And you cannot understand by reading one time or 2 times or 100 times. Even if you read his books 100 times, you won't be able to understand it. Because it contains so much meaning that as you will grow, then only you can understand. Without your transformation, you cannot understand Osho. People who read Osho without meditation, they just listen his words, they are amazed by just the outer periphery of his teaching. They don't understand anything. Those who don't meditate, they cannot understand Osho. They are just amazed by the beauty of his words. They are also, his words are also very beautiful. The master of words, craftsman of words. But when you start meditation, then you will understand slowly. And the same book, if you read after 5 years, you will realize that last time when you read it, you have totally missed it. And it happens every 5 years. You read and you will realize that last time you missed. I have been reading few books since 3 decades, like his Gita. I am reading since last 30 years. The book like Jin Khoja Tin Paiya, his commentary on Mahavir. I have been reading, they are my favorite books. I read it again and again, again and again. And each time I read it, I realize the last time I totally missed it. I could not understand anything. Because unless you grow in meditation, you won't be able to understand Osho. So you have to grow in meditation. And the more you grow, the more you will understand. And my realization is this, that I cannot exhaust a single book. You keep any book which you like and read it after every 2 years, and you will find new meaning in it, new thing to inspire you. Because as you will grow, you will really understand what is hidden between the words. He speaks in poetry, he does not speak in prose. So poetry you cannot understand in one go. Poetry is a mystery. The more you dissolve into it, the more meaning will drop. That's why I feel pity for the people who don't understand English or Hindi. When I go to Europe and Russia especially, and other European countries where people don't understand English, Germany, Italy, France, so forth, so on countries, Ukraine, Russia, I go every year. I feel a very pity for them because they have to depend on translation, translated book. And you cannot translate poetry, that's the difficulty. You can translate prose, you can translate fiction, you can translate history. How can you translate poetry? And Osho has spoken in poetry. It is not a prose, it's a pure song, it's a music. So how can you translate music? So when you translate, 50% is lost, sometimes 75% is lost. So the whole Europe is reading translation, except England. Everywhere in the Europe, they don't understand English, and they are depends upon his translated books. China, Malaysia, many countries I travel, I found that people are so deprived because they cannot understand his English or Hindi, and when book is translated, it does not carry the essence. They have to depend upon subtitles. In video, they put one subtitle in Russian, and they have to be contented by subtitles. So much could not reach to them. So people who understand both Hindi and English, they are very fortunate. But they never thank existence for this fortune, that we are so lucky that we are born in an era of Osho, and we are attracted towards him, and he has spoken in a language which we understand. Suppose Osho was born in China, and he has spoken in Chinese, then we have to depend upon translation. So how much we would have been deprived. So we are so fortunate that we can understand both, especially Indians, Nepalese, those who can understand both Nepali and English and Hindi. We are very fortunate, very, very fortunate. Because half is 300 of books are in Hindi. Even those who understand English, they are deprived. They cannot understand Ashtavakra Mahagita, which also has talked in Hindi.